Alrighty, welcome back.
Oh.
We're at Jimbo's place, and it's early in the morning, and we're going to help Jimbo get his Cobalt. Is it not a Cobalt?
Yeah.
Okay, Cobalt SS.
Yeah. It's a 05 supercharged. Technically, the 05 and 06 were supercharged, and 07, 08 were turbos.
Jimbo has great taste on vehicles. He seems to have cool stuff.
The car, you have to idle everywhere you go because it's the loudest thing on the face of the earth.
Oh, there you go.
It sounds like a rocket because the supercharger, that's the most exciting thing about it, is the sound of the supercharger when you rev it up, because it does not sound like a car engine. It sounds like a rocket.
All right.
But the exhaust is so Jesus loud, it echoes between the mountains. So you just can't do what you want to do with it, unless it's idle.
I hope this works.
Yeah. It doesn't take much of a battery.
I said 205 Cobalt or whatever.
Yep. But anyway, you didn't say you were going to buy it yet on film, but it's yours if you want. If you like the sound.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you. Let's get it started, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I got to move this sometime. But anyway. Yeah, right here it all blisters up. You can still see it right there. But if you look real careful, you can see little dark spots in the middle of it, which is the gray primer underneath, because I've buffed this area 4 times and sanded it to get rid of wrinkles.
The thing looks like $1 million, if you, to be honest. It looks like.
Well, you're not looking down close enough. But if you right in there, you can see little dark spots. But if it's out in the sunlight,
I do see it now. Yeah.
Out in the sunlight, it swells up and fills it in. But as soon as it gets back here in the cold, it shrinks back in, and all the little designs all come back out into the surface.
You're getting this place cleaned up little by little, mister.
And the worst thing is, I made so many mistakes in the primers, my choices of primers, and not sanding, and orange peel, and the gun not working right. I don't know which mistake it is that's acting up, or if it's the combination of all the mistakes added together that's acting up.
It don't take much.
Yeah.
It don't take much. It don't take much. You got your hole there filled up with some shingles?
Yeah, I'm debating if I want to spend the money and buy enough cement to pour a whole new floor, or if I'm just going to buy like a yard of sand, 7 or 8 bags of cement, and mix up my own and just put an inch or 2 over from there over to the wall and just cap it for now.
I'm guessing someone had a dog when the cement.
No, that's cows.
Cow. Okay.
Yeah, this is the cow barn, right? But anyway, I think I might just do the cheap and easy way and just fix this side, and then in the future, if it cracks and breaks up, it's not hard to take a jackhammer and break it up, because cement's not very good when it's only an inch thick. It really is not designed for that. But if I put it in here and it lasts a few years, because I do heat it, it won't, as long as as I said, if it breaks, it can always be broken up a little bit and then 3 inches poured in on the whole floor like the proper way. So it doesn't actually stop anything. It's not as bad a problem as the disaster of the primer on the Ferrari. Like that's way worse. Oh, here. Wait, where are you going? Battery's back here.
Are you serious?
Yep. Right. Right down in that hole, right there.
Well, look at that.
Positive on the north. Yeah, you had it right.
All right, I'll take these off.
Oh, it looks like brand new with the caps on there.
We stopped in and just picked one up. And
oh, you just bought that?
Just bought it.
Oh, I hope they charged it.
Well,
because sometimes they're not charged.
I can't get that off for some reason. You got a pair of channel locks, or I could hook the battery up to it, but I don't think it'll work. We're not going to play bumper cars today, are we?
No.
No.
Oh, I should turn the lights on.
Come on now. There we go. Put these in my pocket. Look at that now, would you? Put the light on.
Oh, it's nice and cold in here, isn't it? Yeah, it goes down in that hole right there.
And positive to the north.
Yeah.
And I know where the north is because the North Mountain.
Yeah. Okay. It won't go down in.
I'm going to leave the rest up to you, bruh. I'm going to leave the rest up to you. How you doing with the vape there, Jimbo? You liking it or?
Good, except for I should be buying it online. I guess it's cheaper than up at the store.
You should be buying it on the line. Yeah. Are you getting enough drag out of it?
Yeah, it's okay, except for I found now that I'm more used to it. Instead of one of those little capsules lasting me 2 days, it lasts me 3/4 of a day. So it ends up costing me like $70 a week.
Well, look at that there now.
But that's still cheaper than tobacco, but it'd be cheaper if I bought like the bottle online and one of the other types. But it's still, I like it. I like the taste of it better than tobacco, though.
Jimbo, you surprise me all the time. You know that, do you?
Oh, that's not mine.
That?
No, it's not mine. A friend of mine, his son went through a breakup and he lost where he was staying.
Yeah.
So he's storing some of his junk here.
Okay. Some of his. Watch yourself step through that thing right there.
Oh, should open that door and get some light in here, though.
You might need some air, maybe. You do what you got to do. I'll help you do whatever you got to do. But there's a bunch of pegs in there, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Don't get messed up there. You can answer your phone, bye.
No.
Nope, he's not answering it.
No. No, I'll answer it. I'll check to see who it is after. Okay.
I like your phone ring.
Yeah. Okay, there.
How long's it been since this been out?
I never drove it last summer. I pumped up the tires last week. They were all at 26.
Well, this one looks
Never
like
drove it last summer. It ran out of inspection in 21.
Oh, wow.
July 21.
Yeah.
So it ran out of inspection a year ago. So I drove it the year before that because I inspected it when I put new brakes on the back. Mm-hmm. And new brakes and new calipers, everything in the back, and one wheel bearing in the front. One wheel bearing. Wheel bearing for this is like $300.
Nice.
But anyway, one was warpy or making noise, so they put a new one in. But I drove it the summer, and then last summer it sat, and I drove the Laser. And this summer I'm driving the yellow car because it's easier on gas. Okay. And this car, being a standard, competes with my brain when I drive the Ferrari, being a standard, because the two they have nothing in common. And if you get used to driving one of these cars standard, the first thing that happens when you're driving the Ferrari, when you pull up to the stop sign, you put her up in reverse.
I was waiting for what you were going to say when you said compete.
Right up into reverse, and there you are. As soon as you let the clutch out, you back up. So as I said, you just can't keep your wits about you enough, because when you're used to driving standards, you're
thinking
in
they're all the
common
same.
standard, right? You know, you just the natural feel of it. But the yellow car is an automatic, and it does not compete with my brain cells when I'm driving the Ferrari. I can drive up to a stop sign, put it back in first and stop, and not have to worry about reverse. But if I drive this or the Laser, the first thing that happens with my subconscious, I'm in reverse and I take off and I back up. And it doesn't give you any warning, and it'll go in reverse at 5 miles an hour.
This will.
The Ferrari will.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It'll go in reverse just as easy as second. Like there's no grind or anything. So if you're downshifting and you push the clutch in, it'll go right in reverse, and then you coast in, stop, and go to drive away, and you're in reverse. So it's a dangerous thing.
It's got good synchros then.
Just trying not to get into trouble every time I leave the yard, or even in the yard. I've decided that I wasn't going to drive two different kinds of standards. Now, it's all right if you're driving an old beat-off truck, because the truck won't have anything to do with the atmosphere of the car. But when you're driving a car, the Ferrari reverse is where first is. So and it shifts quite difficult. this 100-year-old lady that does not know how to drive a standard could drive this car. That's how easy this shifts. It'll shift any way you want it to, effortlessly and perfect every time, no matter what you do.
Wow.
That's how good these transmissions are. Now, the Plymouth Laser isn't like that. The Plymouth Laser, when you shift from second to third, you gotta let go of the gear shifter and let it neutral, and then you push it up into third, or it won't go in third.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, go ahead. But anyway, I'm going to open this door to let a little light in. Oh, and the wind.
It's windy out.
But anyway, this thing, it ran bad a couple years ago.
Yeah.
A few drives. When it was cold, it ran bad. And on top of the motor, someone told me that this little thing right here is the, whatever the hell it is, that thing right there is, controls how it runs when it's cold.
Okay.
So I carefully took it off and unplugged it, sprayed some lube in it,
Yep.
and put it back together. And the last two times I started it, it started right up and ran perfect.
Okay.
And before that, it vibrated and made a whole rough idle. So I think that's what the problem was.
Okay.
But anyway,
Sounds good. So you got to back this thing out right along?
you're going to back it out because I'm too radical. And I'll be in charge of throwing the plywood down and yelling stop, and she can follow for.
Are you
the
serious?
Yes, you are. I drove to the city with you, and if you drove to the city with me, you'd never get in a car with me again. So, you had to remember, I'm the one. Right now, that little tractor out there. You know what it's for? It's for going back into the field where I got a dirt pile, and getting dirt to fill in Oldsmobile ruts on the lawn. And then I'm driving a Ferrari.
Jeez,
so as
Jimbo,
I said, I only got like 3 clues put together. So if I drive a standard, then get in the Ferrari, I'm liable to smash it up. So anyway, you might as well drive, because I'll probably, if I drive, I'll forget where I am, and I'll
haven't
go
got
too
a good-
fast, and I'll drop her in that hole.
I haven't got a good record right now.
You don't?
No. So seriously, you want me to drive it?
Yeah. Well, you might. No better place to get used to it than driving out through an obstacle course, is there?
Oh my.
But anyway, just to help a little bit.
That'll go through that, no problem at all.
You think?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that's how come. Well, this is not to drive on. This is in case you fall in. You're supposed to. What I'm trying to do is, I'd like to get the car out.
Yeah.
And not drive in the hole.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
So-
and that's why I didn't do it myself, because I knew if I did it by myself, I'd be in and out of the car 35 times. I'd drive 4 feet, get panicky, stop, put it neutral, get out, look. Then I'd drive ahead 4 feet to line it up, and I'd get panicky.
What if we just leave them out of there so you can see the hole and where I'm at? What do you think?
Actually, we know you want to drive right here.
Okay.
Well, might as well, as I said, it starts right up, it runs.
You got me nervous.
But,
Jeez.
no, don't be nervous. That's how come I'm letting you do it. You'd be, does that make sense? If I was driving, guaranteed you'd be nervous. So, I'm not saying I don't have any faith in myself. I just know myself real well.
So I'm gonna back and turn it over a little, get it over this way a little
Well,
bit.
yes, just actually the wheels are slightly turned already.
Okay. Jesus.
But you just turn the key. Oh, here's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
And when these cars sit, I always try to, before I roll the windows down, I always try to take a cloth and wipe them off so it doesn't scratch. Because all that dirt gets down in that stupid foam flex thing, and it scratches the windows when actually the only time you end up with scratches in the windows is when you care.
She needs a good cleaning, eh?
if you don't care, you could drive a car all your life and never scratch a window if you didn't care. Oh, don't roll it down all the way. Scratch the window. There's dirt here. Okay, there. See how smooth it's running? A couple years ago, it's standard. It's normal gears.
Reverse is over.
Reverse is down and way over. I think it's down. Or maybe it's up. It's been a while since I've.
That's reverse right there, is it not, sweetheart?
Put it in first and second first. There. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Got me nervous as a grasshopper
Oh no.
and a chicken house, Jimbo.
Just you're better at idling at low speeds than I am. Like exhaust is stinky.
Are to go now?
Oh yeah, we're waiting.
We're waiting. Okay.
Yeah. You don't turn the wheel too much because the front wheel will drop in the hole.
Oh, geez. Now you tell me. What am I backing over top of?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, up over a piece of plywood on the front wheel. Yep, good. Okay. Now cut the wheels a little bit this. Yeah. Okay. Now straighten the wheels. That's good. Yeah, I know. By the time he gets to that last piece of plywood, he should be centered. Okay, back up.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, now turn the wheels a little tiny bit. Yeah, right there. No more. Whoa. Okay.
I've never been so quiet.
We don't need the plywood, but it's just in case the world moves or the barn shifts. Okay, back her up. Oh, yeah, you're driving through holes of the cement that
Okay,
deep.
so am I doing okay? So
Yes,
far?
you're doing perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you're doing so good. I would say turn the wheels a little bit this way. Point the wheel. Yeah, just a little bit. There, a little more. There. Now back up.
Well,
I don't think we need it.
I just want to go over top.
Yeah, he's not gonna fall in.
Tell me when. Keep going.
Yep, keep going.
Jimbo, if you stand in front, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
Just let me know which way.
Yeah, you.
And Jolene, you'll holler if I fall or get close, will you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now straighten the wheel. There. We want to aim so that we're just missing the doorway opening. Boy, you are good.
I don't know about that, Jimbo.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Which way, Jimbo?
Okay, wait. Straighten the wheel a little more. There. Okay, oh, back the other way. There. Okay. Okay, now turn the wheel just a little tiny bit. No, the other way. There. Yeah.
Shut it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
for not being started for a long time,
it runs good.
It sure ran nice.
Well, that's all. That must have been that connection on that little electrical
sure
sensor
ran
because
nice.
it ran bad before, and someone told me, "Oh, that's something something." I can't remember the name, but I unhooked it and there was no corrosion on it. But I sprayed a little bit of that dielectrical grease. That dielectrical grease is has a little bit of controversy about it.
Why?
It's non-conductive.
What do you mean?
Means WD-40 is conductive. If you want electricity to go through it, WD-40. But if you, what you're supposed to do is your connection's supposed to be metal to metal, clean with no corrosion.
Right.
You put dielectrical grease on it to keep moisture out.
Right.
But dielectrical grease is non-conductive, which means electricity will not go through it. So if you've got a switch on a car that doesn't work, dielectrical grease is not what you want unless it says for cleaning. WD-40 or contact cleaner is better because it goes in, it'll wash corrosion away. After you get it worked, then you spray your dielectrical grease in. But that can you gave me, that's this purple can,
yeah,
it says right in it, it's for cleaning and contact cleaning. So maybe this is better than some of the older dielectrical grease. But also grease, waterproof grease is what you want on wheel bearings to keep moisture out. But if you're packing, say, a gun in a case, you want packing grease for guns, not packing grease for wheel bearings, because you don't want waterproof grease for putting on something to keep rust out, because like for an example, an engine block,
yeah,
with rust with cylinders.
Yeah.
In Nova Scotia, there's enough humidity in that metal to rust the cylinders, even sitting in your living room. So you put, say, waterproof grease on the cylinders,
yeah,
let it sit over there for a year, come back, and it'll have rust underneath the grease because there's enough humidity in the metal to cause the rust underneath the grease. So the best thing is like gun packing grease that's not waterproof, so the metal can breathe. And then like oil, if you put motor oil on the cylinder, the moisture in the metal will go right out through the oil into the air, and you won't have the rust. Like it is still controversial, but and it had nothing to do with this car. But all I know is that sensor does work now because it worked bad the last couple times there a year ago.
Them some nice ramps.
Okay, this, I guess to go too much farther, I gotta get this thing out.
Kind of got me thinking. We get the building down there where we're storing the cars, and I noticed, well, a friend of mine, Ron Head, was telling me about like where sometimes you get water on the floor. It's not good for chrome.
It's not good for anything.
Well,
plastic.
Okay, well,
it doesn't hurt plastic.
Well, I know I covered some of the chrome in WD-40.
Yep.
And I went down and I sprayed it in this stuff.
Yep.
Was that hold? Was that hold? Was that what you're talking about? Was that hold the water
Well,
out?
that I don't know if that's non-conductive.
Well, I just sprayed the chrome in this stuff, eh?
Yes, I honestly don't know if that would
do anything.
I don't know if that would let moisture out of the metal, or if it'd probably be all right.
That's what I'm thinking. You got me
See,
thinking now. I gotta
there's
go.
no problem in short term. Like
Yeah.
check it this summer. It's when you put something away and forget about it for 3 years. That's when things go to pot. Like one summer, it doesn't matter what you put on stuff for 1 year as long as you're back to polished up. Like chrome, if you can keep if you can keep chrome, either oil, WD-40, or that stuff, you have a little bit of a problem getting it off.
Oh, it isn't it? What?
Know what I mean? If you get too much oil and stuff on chrome, it some of the waxes and soaps don't really like it'll ruin your rag, and you don't want your rag to be on your paint, so it's like whatever you put on you got to take off someday. Like I know aluminum slots.
That's why I didn't want to spray it all, but I had to in the end because
well, it's like I said with aluminum, like your chrome around your engine and aluminum slots and stuff, if you spray silicone dry lube on it, beautiful, but we all know what silicone's like when it comes to painting. You don't want it in the garage.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Know what I mean? So there's always bad and good, but I would say almost anything you put on your chrome is better than the water and the humidity and the dullness. If you can keep chrome somewhat clean or oily, even WD-40 or any kind of lube, it's good. But you don't want the lube to be you don't want the lube on there with stickiness that makes it hard to wash off. You don't want to have to take a reducer, right? Yeah. You don't want to have to wash it off gasoline or reducer. So.
No, not really. You want another door open there, Jimbo? Is that thing go no problem whatsoever? You got her figured out.
There's good.
Oh, you let her warm up?
Yeah.
That's Jimbo's new baby, that Ferrari, isn't it? He treats that thing like gold. That's good though. Yeah, it's beautiful here. Isn't it? The grass is growing beautiful here, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I mow my lawn as high as I can.
Yeah. But just
it makes it so that when it's a drought, there's a chance it survives. But if you mow it right down short and we have no rain, it browns right up.
That trailer there would never haul the yard sand, would it?
It'll haul half a yard.
Well,
half a yard.
If you want sand, you just let me know.
Well, maybe if I only want 1 yard of sand, the easiest way is to grab Mom's car and go up. It's only like 3 miles away, and get half a yard of sand. Come home, dump. Even if I come home and use it, and then, well, actually, if the guy's there, I'd want to get my whole yard all one day. So I'd shovel it off and then go back and get another half yard. But a yard of sand weighs 1.5 tons, which is 3,000 pounds. That's not capable of Mom's little car, and that's not capable of anything over half a ton. So
that would kill it.
Like a ton is 2,500, and half a ton would be 1,000, so 3,500 pounds. A yard of sand is 3,500 pounds, so it's a lot of weight.
It is.
You put a yard of sand on a typical older half-ton truck, and it's got 4 flat tires and the suspension's on the stops.
There you go.
And the truck is bent. So it. Yeah, this gives you a break from your hectic day.
Does. Jolene's going to get your hair done today, aren't you, baby?
Or it's the other way around. This puts hecticness into your day.
Oh, I need a day of calmness. Me and Jolene were going to the store last night. We just going to go down the store and get a few things, and we had we were kind of sitting still, and a big truck come along, and we were way back from the corner. Big truck come along and right up through and hit our car.
What were you driving?
Oldsmobile.
Oh, the 51.
Yeah. So we just kind of made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. The only car that's not fabricated, that's original and really, really good shape.
Yeah.
Like when it's fabricated, it's just a drag that you have to go back to it. But when it's really good, original, it's a kind of hit it, ran into it.
Yeah.
You were able to drive home, but it still looks bad.
Well, it actually didn't hurt it that bad. It just it put a dent in the fender and stuff, but just kind of made me sick to my stomach. Yeah. Didn't hurt that bad. It just kind of give me a sick feeling. That's all.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. Be the exact same.
Well,
Be the exact same
look
thing.
how sick you were the day we caught your barn on fire.
That was a sick
Or
day.
a garage. Actually, we did good because
We didn't burn the garage
we could
down.
have blew up. You know what I mean? Because when you have propane on fire that far from the rubber hose on the tank, and it's on fire, and you're there trying to put it out for 10 minutes, anytime then it could have just blown up.
Well, from now on, I'm not going to light a barbecue inside the garage and go to the house.
Yeah, you know, when we went to the house, it was ready to take out
It was.
and be clamped down.
It was, I know.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. It was, it was, it was. Yes, we're just kind of having a rough
Well,
one.
your experience with the Oldsmobile is the exact reason why I'm scared to go out in the world with anything good. Like that thing.
Yeah.
If I go into a four-way stop to go over to Mum's in Berwick, I'll study the cars as I come up to the stop sign to see who's there and who isn't there while they're moving. And I always give grace. I always flag someone if there's any tie to it. Oh, you go first. And I'll flag somebody, and then it's my turn. And before I move 4 feet, someone else takes my spot where I have to stop. Know what I mean? And then this person's edging me or whatever. Like, it's kind of like
Oh, like it was just
it's
just a
almost
mistake.
like the car. Sometimes it's safer right there in the garage than
Sometime,
anywhere
yeah.
out there. Like,
Well, it was just an innocent drive to the
Yeah.
store, and we just kind of, it happened. It just kind of made me sick to my stomach. That's all. It happened, and it's not that bad. It can obviously be fixed, obviously, but it's just it just missed the chrome too. Just missed it, just above it.
I keep fiddling with it.
You're falling apart, Jimbo. She wants
Yeah.
to fix you up.
Okay.
But other than that, we've had a few trying last couple days, hasn't it? Been trying. But anyways, it is what it is. Good Lord's testing me, and you know what? I'm not gonna let him get me. I'm just gonna stay calm.
Yeah. Well, it's not really the Lord testing you; it's the devil. But
Oh. Yeah, he's testing me. It's the devil. Nice though, didn't it? Man, I just want to get a lawn chair, hang out, and drink some beers now. I'll tell you, you got the paint looking some nice on that thing. I'll tell you.
I still don't have a rear view mirror, but I watched a movie. I think it was Cannonball Rally or Cannonball, where the Ferrari driver threw the mirror off. So, oh, don't need to worry about anything behind us. And he took the mirror off. But anyway, I still don't have a mirror here, but yeah, I'm gonna park this thing someplace.
He does get that paint job. Looks some nice, don't he? Amazing. Ah, geez, that's some load to be driving on. Do you want me to move?
No, I'm gonna go up there.
I hope he knows his lawn because she's some low in the front. Yep, it's been testing us. And it, baby. The devil's been testing us. Not the Lord, the devil. Jimmy's new lawn tractor.
Now, the laser
Where's the laser?
over at Mum's.
Okay.
When the laser comes out here backing up, it's small enough car, I can wiggle it back forth a couple times and drive right out.
Yeah.
But the Ferrari, you got to jack up all four ends and put wheel dollies and it come alongs to that post and pull it sideways. And this car, I don't know. I don't think it's going to make it. I think we have to jack it up and put dolly wheels under it.
As long as we're not playing bumper cars, that's all I care. And if we do, you're driving.
Oh.
You're better at it than I am. I take too much.
No, when I drive that Ferrari, I like to be the only one on the road, but I don't mind one or two cars every 20 or so miles.
All right, I'm going to go for it, eh?
Yep. Yeah, oh, we got to crowd this stuff with the front end to get the back end over as much as possible.
I just probably put that beside that door so it kept that.
Yeah,
door.
there. But as I said, this is a lot easier with you driving.
Yeah, I bet you it is.
A lot easier.
Do you want to be in front of me, Jimbo?
Oh.
Do you want to be in front of me? So I don't want to go in no hole still.
Okay, you're that far away. So, yep. Straight back. Okay, roll this window down a little bit so I can talk to you. That's good. Yeah. Okay, turn the wheels to that way a little tiny bit. There, okay, because we're crowded a little bit closer here than we need to be. Okay, back up. Okay, now straighten the wheel. Oh, back that way a little bit with the wheel. There, that's good. Oh, maybe too much, but that's okay. Okay, now you're going up a hill.
Yeah.
You've got to come onto it a little bit. You had to bounce it up over this little hill. Yep. Now you're going up over another hill. There, now it should be good now. Okay, now, yep, perfect. Okay, cut the wheels sharp as you can.
Are you sure with that hole?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, just a little more. Okay, now start to straighten the wheel a little bit. There, that's good. Okay, now you're going up over a bump. You gotta hit the gas, bounce it. Go back and forth a couple times. Go forward and then bounce it back. There you go. Okay, cut the wheel more. There. Cut the wheel as sharp as you can. Well, within reason. There. Okay, now a little more. No, I'm looking. Well, okay, now straighten out. Oh, I think we're going to make it. Okay, oh, don't go too much because the blocks have to be on the wheels. Okay, go straight back right now. No.
Straight back?
Yes, your wheel's cut. You want to go straight back for another.
What about room on the other side? Got lots of room on the other side?
Yes. Okay, now cut her. There.
Jesus.
Yeah, perfect.
Nerve-wracking or what?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, straighten the wheels. Yeah. There we go.
Wow.
There. Good enough. Okay. Being so exciting.
Is that how they went on factory like that? Hard to believe. Jimbo, is that how the sills went on that factory like that?
No, all the clips broke off, so I put screws in it. But you might want to, if the day comes, you might want a plastic repair the screw holes over and put some apparatus to get those plastic things back on, because when you take them off, all the clips are broken.
Okay.
And it's a one-way thing. These plastic on these cars are designed to get it off the lot, not to fix after.
I understand that.
And
This
is a characteristic of this car. This is from the bass being turned up too loud by the original owner. To do the test, when you put a CD in, just push the button and turn the bass up, and you will notice the whole car just shaking like going out of style.
Okay.
And I had someone push the button and turn the bass rate down.
Okay.
But if you're driving home, I will give you a CD for your drive home.
For my pleasure?
Yep. But anyway, I'm going to buff the headlights.
He's going to buff the headlights.
I'm going to buff the headlights.
And I think, yeah. I think Harley would like the car, don't you? Huh?
10 minutes aside.
10 minutes aside.
Yep.
And this is what you've been buffing with, is a Black & Decker drill?
Yeah, it's the only drill I got.
Wow.
I have big multi, half-inch drills. Some nice ones, but I'm almost out.
You must be an almost professional now with your...
I'm getting better. We're not even going to wipe the dirt off. That'll help. Of course, this is going to require washing. I just washed this because I buffed the car, right? And this is wet. So this stuff is going to be...
all over the place.
Well, a little bit. It won't hurt anything. And the car needs washing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like, this will only take like 3 minutes and this will be done. And this car does not have daytime running lights. The 08 does.
Last time I seen a drill like that, I was at a yard sale.
Oh, I got 2 of them. It will wind up a little faster.
Careful on the end of the hood, you'll take the paint
Oh,
off.
yep.
Take the paint off.
Actually, these original paint jobs or older paint jobs are harder than. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like if it was the Ferrari, the paint job's soft, but the laser, I buffed some scratches out of that, and I didn't even have to go from the wool to the foam because it was as shiny as it could be because the paint was so hard. But anyway,
just like that, buffing up the headlights.
But the car was never winter driven. It's original sills, but the seam on the bottom is starting to go just a little bit. And just to say everything's perfect, it needs new sills. But there's no holes, and it's good compared to most Cobalts that are in the junkyard. Like my yellow car, my Cobalt, it's
Yeah.
on its 4th set of sills and they're already rotted out and there's nothing to weld to. But I'm going to get new sills and cut the floor out and weld it in and put the sills on it.
When it comes time, I can give you a hand on that.
Spot welding them in.
I
Like,
give you a hand putting the sills on
Okay.
that.
well, I might have to before December because it needs the inspection
Yeah.
sticker. But this is still pretty good, but I had to weld a patch, and when I took the plastic off, every clip was broken. Like the housing for the clip on the back of the plastic is broken.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I don't like plastic. Like, but anyway, these, could get that hood out of the way so I can buff this edge.
Yeah, it probably would help. So you
Yeah,
don't-
because I can't get in here where it's all crinkly there. So yeah, pop the hood.
Pop the hood, man.
Yeah.
Where do I go boats for that now?
I don't know. It should be right
Got it.
there. Yep. Oh, there.
Lift her right up, huh?
Oil is good for like 6,000 kilometers, and it takes Moltol 1,
Yeah.
5 weight or 10 weight, 30 synthetic, and I got 2 jugs of it in there you can have. It also has red antifreeze, and this goes down a little tiny bit over the summer. So I got a jug of red antifreeze you can have to put in the trunk for if you ever drive, you can keep it topped up because it has red antifreeze. And it's up here, but this is also antifreeze, and that always drops to the bottom. So I always put like a half a cup in there, but it doesn't actually leak anywhere, but it goes down. If you drive at say 2,000 miles, it's at the bottom of this little reservoir. And the air conditioner, when I bought it, the air conditioner didn't work, and the previous owner said, I've been using the stuff at Canadian Tire. So I went to Canadian Tire and bought a can, one of those little meter things, and charged it, and I drove it 4 years, and 3 years I had air conditioning. I charged it, and the air conditioner works all summer. But I got the apparatus in the house, and you can have that as well, because none of my other cars have air conditioning. So, and now, if you take it to a professional to have the air conditioner work, he'll ask you, oh, you've probably used that Canadian Tire stuff. That contaminates the system. The system's already contaminated, so no one's going to hook you up to a $30,000 machine.
Okay.
So they have to flush the system, so that's a big job and expensive. So the $25 can charge will give you air conditioning. Right? But it goes, when it sits over the winter, every year it needs to be charged, and then it works all summer, and the air conditioner is nice. But anyway, I'm trying not to fill you so full of information that you don't even know who you are. So I'm trying to give it to you in little bits and pieces.
Gotcha.
But this is kind of cracked down inside there, so I'm not going to be overly fussy.
No, I wouldn't get too fussy.
But I drove it 25,000 miles, and the car's in better shape now than it was when I bought it.
Perfect.
But the main thing I'm saying is I can brag about driving at 25,000 miles because I didn't write it off and I didn't end up in jail. Because this thing is actually worse than the Ferrari for mischief. The Ferrari, it's like the state-of-art luxury when you're driving. This thing, you feel like a rebel. Like you feel like you're, like, know what I mean? Like you just feel like if someone pisses you off, all you want to do is drop a gear and hold her wide open just to deafen them. Because it's so, but this thing, when it's opened up, it's loud.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimbo. So you want to sell this car to me?
Yes.
Do you? Oh, I'm going to tell you something. If I buy it, this is the thing. Do you mind if my daughter gets it?
I'd be thrilled that
That's what's
it's
gonna
used
happen.
instead of sitting in a
My
warehouse.
daughter has no car right now. She smashed up her car.
This would be an excellent car for her.
Well, that's the only.
And she's not like your son. Your son, I'd say, bad idea. You're going to lose him. He'll probably write it off.
So,
but your daughter, there's a good chance she'll behave herself, and that noise won't bring in the cops. But your son would hold her wide open, and it echoes between the mountains. This thing is louder than the jet breaking the air.
So you're okay with
Oh
Harley?
no, that sounds. I'm happier with that than it's sitting.
Well, that's what we're going to buy it for. Is Harley?
Oh well,
needs a
no,
car.
that. Hopefully
We're
she
not gonna
won't ride
buy-
off and kill any more deer.
She's got her own money, so
Okay.
we'll fix you up and then we'll go from there.
But it should pass safety inspection because I only drove it 1,000 miles since the last.
That makes me feel good, Jimbo, that you're okay with that.
Oh, I'm perfectly okay. The front brakes are like new, but they're not new. But the back ones are all new. Oh, Russians.
Now settle down. Settle down.
But anyway, you can go get a rag and a bucket of water and wash that. This headlight.
You're acting like I know where to
Well,
go get that.
you're just
Where do I go get that?
over by that little tractor. I don't like seeing a busy, active person standing still. Like,
Well, there you
he's
go.
born like he's geared just to work. He's not a slouch lays around kind of person. So I feel guilty working and him standing there. But anyway.
Well, that's good. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Well, that, Jimbo. Well, that, buddy. I think we'll leave it dirty though, so she can wash it and
Yeah.
What?
I don't have my water pump hooked up right now anyway.
Well, we'll leave it dirty so she can wash it.
Okay.
That's what I would like to do. Leave it dirty. She can wash it. That way there she can enjoy it. Like cleaning it all up and having it, make it look like something. Good. That makes me happy, Jimbo.
No, that's even better, Chad.
Well, yeah. I guess that's yeah.
No, that's even better. Good. And the fact that a girl will be driving it is a bonus because the cars, these are quite rare. Most of them have been either rode off or rusted out, and this is kind of like a survivor.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's an 05, and it's perfectly civil at idle. Literally, it'll go 75 miles an hour at idle.
Yeah.
And on the highway, going to Halifax, Hansport Mountain,
Yeah.
third gear. It doesn't have any torque. No torque. It's got a aftermarket exhaust and aftermarket intake for the racetrack. It took all bottom end power from 6 grand to 0, pulled it out, so it has 2,000 RPMs power. And at 5,000 RPM, it still has 2,000 RPM power. And then at 6.5, the front it would almost go over backwards. It takes off like a rocket. You know how airplanes, when they're going down there, to take off, they're going down the strip, and then they all of a sudden, boo, away they go. That's how this thing is.
Wow.
And so if you put it wide open, say in any gear, and you wait, as soon as it hits 5.5 to 6 grand, you're thrown in the seat and it just literally skyrockets down the road.
Well, I hope she's
and it
not
just
doing
sounds
that.
like a jet airplane, and the noise echoes between the mountains. But she's probably not going to do that.
I hope
but
not.
The thing has no torque. to go up a mountain, you got to drop a gear and put it up in revs because it bogs. Like you got to drive the gears.
Okay.
It's not like a station, like Mom's little Vibe station wagon, which is all torque, almost 4-wheel drive. But anyway, well, you know what I'm saying. It's geared like if you drove this thing hard at the racetrack, you'd probably clean up and it'd beat all the other ones because it's tuned to have all its horsepower like a 2-stroke. This one's a little worse.
Is that what they call spit shine, Jimbo?
Yeah, spit shine. Yeah, I watched TACM too much, those old-fashioned movies. But anyway, well,
That's good.
oh, this way.
Turn the dial down, turn the dial. Oh, turn it up.
Well, that's better than it was.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of doing that.
Oh, that looks good. What about
Oh, it looks better than
what
it
about
did
right
anyway.
there, Jimbo? Look, just right there.
I know.
That won't come out?
Yes, it will, but
Okay.
Oh, I had it watered down too much because the
That's all
water
right.
came out by the time I got over here, and look how much better it did with the water gone. A little bit of a burn right here.
That's all right.
Yep.
We'll just leave her like
Nope.
that. That's good
This
enough.
is exactly. I like it when I'm doing something and someone's actually picks out something that resembles the idea of
just a little bit.
not really fussiness, but if you're going to do a job, it might as well at least catch the spots that stand out.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I need another bottle of this. That's what you can get me for Christmas, another bottle of extra coarse rubbing compound, because I use it on everything.
We might have some at home. I think, you know what? I think I have all 3 of them. That size.
Oh,
I think I have 3 of them.
well, I used that whole bottle on the Ferrari, and then I used 3/4 of the fine on the Ferrari.
Okay.
But the fine, I still got like that much left, but that's almost empty. Might be a good idea to pick up a set of headlights at a junkyard before they crush the cars. You know, might find something halfway good just for spares to
Yeah.
have, because like, you know, now that these are in the junkyard, most of them, you can pick them up quite cheap.
I just noticed that I like the roof and the back windows. Nice. You know, this car here, I like this. Comes down to a point like that, it's nice.
But no, I like the idea that it'll be used.
Well, that's the only way that we
Yeah.
were going to say, because other than that, we'd let you just, you know, you probably...
Yeah, I don't know if I got it. I think it's a little better.
Oh, yeah. Don't get it too good. Back to spit shining.
Yeah, well, it seemed to work on the other side. But the roof, that's Ferrari paint on the roof. It's slightly different color, and it went on without any orange peel. The gun went spat and worked good on this. I had leftover paint when I did the Ferrari,
Okay.
and I had that all, the clear coat was peeling off, so I masked it up,
And you went for it.
and I painted it, and as I was putting the second coat on, the gun went spit, and all of a sudden, no orange peel, and look how, and it's got a better shine than the Ferrari, and every piece on the Ferrari went orange peely, but on this car, it behaved, but it's a little more orangey in color than this color, but...
That's good, Jimbo.
Oh,
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect, buddy. Perfect. Better than perfect. Awesome.
there's some white, oh, I got that
Perfect.
back wet again.
That's all right. Perfect. Perfect.
But I never drove it enough to change the oil. I changed the oil when I bought it,
I'm hoping
and I never drove it. Oh no, I did change the oil because I drove it 20-some thousand miles. But anyway, I bought the proper oil, and it's in the garage. Oh yeah, it's. Oh, are you done?
Yeah. I'm done. Just gonna wipe that stuff off the hood.
I'll bring you another jug of water.
Alrighty, a good day at Jimbo's. I guess Harley's going to have herself a Cobalt SS. We're going to acquire it from Jim, or she's going to acquire it with her money that she got out of her car that she smashed up or hit a deer with.
I'd wash the windshield
Jimbo,
off.
I think, is giving her a real good deal on the car. I really feel like he's giving her a good deal on the car. And just that's how you wash it. And we're going to go from there. And hopefully she'll look after it. She probably wants her money.
You're the one that has to look after it.
No.
Hopefully she just won't have any bad luck like people running into her.
No, Jimbo, actually what I've been telling her is that her car, her problems.
Oh.
And if if you need a hand, obviously I try to give you a hand, but basically she's been looking after her own stuff, you know what I mean?
I got enough jugs if you want to keep going all the way around.
We'll let her go for that.
Oh, wash the windshield off.
Okay. We'll let her do that because that way.
Now she's liable to turn the base back up and
no doubt
finish off the loose parts, so parts will be falling off because, as said, the car does shake and rattle.
No doubt.
But I put the tires only have maybe 400 or 500 miles on them.
Wow.
Brand new tires. And what a job watching them put those tires on.
Yeah.
It should have broke the machine. Know what I mean? That's how hard they go on.
Alrighty, we'll just leave her good and dirty just like that. That way there she can do something with it. Alright, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell anybody anything, Jimbo?
No. I don't have too many more cars.
You got a couple more.
Yeah.
You got too many more cars.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody, we'll check you later. And I'm hoping that Harley, my daughter, will be satisfied with this car. I'm hoping so. I think Jimbo's giving her a great deal on it. And but she's going to have to spend her money on it that she got from her car that she rode off. And wish us luck that she likes it.